Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today to the Dom Giordano program. And, one of my theories is, look, Philadelphia, very difficult to deal with. It is solidly Democratic, Republicans, ineffectual. But the suburbs, what's going on out in the suburbs, particularly Montgomery County, which used to hum with solid Republican support, sometimes even conservative. Well, one theory I have is the Republicans have gone Democrat light. They're rhinos to the extreme, and as a result, they're going to vote for real Democrats. And I think it's happened in Montgomery County, that and the former Republican, the deal they made and all the stuff that went on. So this time around, we have a race out in the suburbs. It isn't just a county commissioner's race, and you'd be interested in it if you're in Montgomery County. No. This race is much more than that. This pits the guy that I back, Joe Gale, against the Republican establishment, the Democrat establishment, in a race that if he wins, signals that people have had it enough with that, and they want the party of limited government, true Republican principles. Joining us is Joe Gale, candidate for Montgomery County Commissioner. Joe, welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on the show, Dom. Great to be here.
Well, Joe, tell me, how is it that an affable guy, even my wife Rose, says, yeah, Joe Gale and his family, what kind of trouble could this guy cause? Why is there such, in your view, stuff going inside? The debate inside the Republican Party in Montgomery County kind of reminds me of the debate going on in Congress right now between different Republican factions.
Yeah, what we have going on in Montgomery County is a microcosm of what's going on nationwide. We see it right now with the presidential race with Trump, Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson. All the top three candidates in the polls are the non-politician candidates. And right now the atmosphere out there is people are fed up with the establishment. And I think I'm not having the backing of my party because I'm not beholden to the party. I'm 26 years old. I've never held office, so I have no voting record. Thank God I have no criminal record. So your wife's right. People don't know what to say.
She actually asked me the other day. I said, simmer down. Well, can't we vote in this race? I said, wait a minute. We're in Philadelphia now. If we were in Montgomery County, they might allow us to vote in Philadelphia. It doesn't work the other way around. Joe, what is, in addition to that, in addition to your opponents, the Democrats and Republicans, have their infrastructure where people are anointed versus people that rise up that are actually on the issue, something that people want? And listeners should remember, you won the right to be in this race in the Republican primary. What's the issue for you, what you would do if you were in office?
Well, what I'm going to bring to the table is we're going to have somebody in county government that's for the people. I put people before politics because I think it should be up to the people. That's why I ran in the contested primary. I was unendorsed. I didn't have the backing of the party, and it was a huge upset. And I don't think it should be up to party leaders to go behind closed doors and handpick our candidate. We should give voters a choice. And I was the only countywide contested primary race this past spring. And when I get to the courthouse, I'm going to continue to put people before politics. When I see patronage abuse, when they hire their political cronies, when I see wasteful spending, I'm going to be a watchdog for the taxpayers of Montgomery County. And I'm going to point these items out and get it in the media, educate the public on it. And even if I'm the minority Republican, which it's going to end up that way because I have my own party establishment working against me, I'm going to be a watchdog. I'm going to fight for the people of Montgomery County and not do what's best for the political party establishment. So I think it's new, it's refreshing, and healthy for Montgomery County.
Well, and that's why we've seen an event after event wherever you've been, and listeners should know you and the family have knocked on thousands of doors. So this is very similar, Joe, and you were involved when we saw Republicans nominate a sitting union boss, my words, over in Delaware County for a special election for the representative seat there. We were in uproar over it and backed the insurgent candidate against this. This has gone all over the place in the suburbs, and the Republican Party is going to be the ultimate loser here if they don't stand for clear principles, limited government.
Absolutely. This is one of the hottest races. My race for Montgomery County Commissioner is one of the hottest races in Pennsylvania. The Republican Party of Pennsylvania has dumped thousands and thousands of dollars into the other Republican candidates, where my donors and contributors have been called and harassed and intimidated and instructed not to donate to my campaign. So if I win, we're going to send a powerful message all across the state that we're tired of politics as usual and that the people want a clear conservative choice.
Well,
so I ask my supporters when they go in to vote, you have 2 votes for county commissioner. In the race for Montgomery County Commissioner, just vote for me. Just bullet vote. That helps me get in the top 3.
yeah, that's what it's all about, Joe. Now, people that want to volunteer, contribute, get the word out there. They may remember this, but maybe it's dawning on them. We're only a few days away from the big election. Where do they go for all things Joe Gale?
Sure. My website is joegale.com. It's Gale. And together we're going to make history and send a message across the state. We have everybody worried about it, and I think they're worried for the right reasons. This is great progress in the conservative movement, and I'm very excited about it.
Well, Joe, too, you said the magic words. You know, it's sad to me that Republicans don't think they can identify as a conservative, as if that's some kind of wild term. That ought to be in the Big Ten of the Republican Party easily.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is look at my website, joegale.com. You'll see all the photographs of me out and about in the community. I have a widespread support among Democrats, Independents, Republicans, because I don't go to all the campaign fundraisers and the cocktail parties. I have these Cup of Joe meet and greets where I go into the living rooms of homes all around Montgomery County, and I actually listen to the concerns people have. And that's what this is about, putting people before politics, and it's the people's campaign. I was never picked by the party. I was picked by the people. And together we're going to pull off a huge victory on November 3rd.
Well, I certainly hope so, Joe. We'll be there to celebrate. Thank you, as always, for joining us, and thanks for the campaign.
Great to be on the show, Dom. Thank you very much.
All righty, everyone. That is Joe Gale, and as he said, here's a guy. This is a bigger issue than just some county commissioner's race out there in Montgomery County. It reverberates to me, and a lot of you have picked up on this, with what's going on out in the suburbs and then what goes on with these Republicans nationwide. Here's a 26-year-old who's very, very thoughtful, comes from a great family, has run an unbelievable campaign. Don't you think this should be embraced by the upcoming Republican Party? Nope. Because it's the business-as-usual crowd. And then out there, there's a reason why they're behind the Democrats. They're not listening to things like this. They're not differentiating themselves. And if people want Democrats, they want the real thing. They don't want the knockoff. They don't want the imitation, the Louis Vuitton bag that's fake. They want the real tax and spenders. Not somebody who's saying, well, you know, I'm sort of moderate. I don't know. We don't spend as much as the Democrats, but we'll spend a whole lot. We'll go down that path. That's not what is needed here. We need it in the suburbs. Philadelphia values are bleeding into the suburbs. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I've seen it time and time again.